This is your math gal, Julie Harland. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where all of my videos are organized by topic. This is part 4 of graphing cosine functions, and on this video we'll graph y equals 2 cosine of x minus 3. Now remember, we want to always remember what the cosine graph looks like, the basic one, y equals cosine of x, and these x and y values for the 5 key points, the ordered pairs, and especially over here the right hand column, 1, 0, negative 1, 0, 1. All right, so now we're going to take those values, which hopefully you have memorized now, and use them in the graph we want to do. So we want to do y equals 2 cosine of x minus 3. So what do I have here? I have a 2 times the cosine of x and then minus 3, right? I know they all have this pattern. And the values, remember, for the cosine of x, if we have 0, pi over 2 pi, 3 pi over 2, and 2 pi, are 1, 0, negative 1, 0, 1. So those y values, if I just do my arithmetic here, 2 minus 1 is negative 1. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. 0 minus 3 is negative 3. Negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5. 0 minus 3 is negative 3. And 2 minus 3 is negative 1. Hopefully you see this pattern. See how it starts with negative 1 and ends with negative 1? So notice it goes negative 1, negative 3, negative 5, and then back up again, negative 3, negative 1, right? It's kind of like a mountain there. So we're going to plot those ordered pairs over here in purple. So I have 0, negative 1. That's our first one. Pi over 2, negative 3. So I'm going all the way down here. Pi, negative 5. All right, so here I got to go all the way down to here. 3 pi over 2, negative 3, coming back up. And 2 pi, negative 3, and that will give us one cycle. Now, of course, we can keep going. We know what's going to happen from there. This starts going down again. I'm at negative 3, and then I'm down here at negative 5, back up. So you can do another cycle. Just make it as curvy as you can. And there we have it. Now you really want to have arrows on the end to show it does keep going. It's not like it really ends there. So here we have the graph of y equals cosine of x minus 3. I'm sorry, 2 times the cosine of x minus 3. So notice that the amplitude is 2. So if you look like the halfway up mark, it goes up 2. And of course that's because the coefficient of the cosine is 2, and that's how you get the amplitude. So let's write down the other stuff we want to know here. The domain, as usual, x could be anything, so negative infinity to infinity. But what about the range? What do the y values go in between? Well, the very bottom is down here at negative 5 and up at negative 1, or you can look at, see here's the very bottom number, and that's the very top number, right? So it goes in between negative 5 and negative 1. When you do this interval notation, you always want to have the smallest number on the left, bigger number on the right. Don't write the negative one first. And what about the amplitude? The amplitude is 2, right? Because it's the absolute value of 2. And the period also 2 pi is 2 pi. But we have something new here. We have a shift. It's as if the whole graph was picked up and brought down. So remember, normally if we were just doing y equals 2 cosine x, it would start up here at 0, 2. Notice that point is like 3 lower. It's as if I picked up the graph of y equals 2 cosine of x and moved it down 3 spaces. That's called a vertical shift. So we're going to call the vertical shift is down 3 units. This number that is added or subtracted. Now, if it was in parentheses, x minus 3, that would mean you'd be taking the cosine of x minus 3. This is actually just the cosine of x. So, make that clear. You could put a parentheses around the x. You're only taking the cosine of x, and then the whole graph is shifted down 3 units. So, we call that a vertical shift. If you've watched my videos on the graphing the sine function, it's the same principle. Everything is shifted down. If you have something like plus d or whatever value this is, or minus, that if it's positive, it's going to be shifted up. If it's negative, it's going to be shifted down that number of units. This is your math gal, Julie Harland. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where all of my videos are organized by topic.